What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Kaspa. We're sitting at 13.4 cents right now. It is the 15th of October. We have about 18 hours and 17 minutes left in the day. I want to go over what my expectations are for the price action over the coming days, over the coming weeks, over the coming months in this video in a very short, kind of concise method, hopefully. I know that my most recent call has been that Kaspa would move. I forget when I made the call. It was somewhere up here. It had been a while since I talked about Kaspa, but I made the call here that I thought we were going to move down below 12 cents. We got pretty close, right? We moved down to about 12.666 cents, and I think that could suffice for a move, right? It is like a double bottom kind of here with this low. It could suffice for a move. I just would think, from an area that we were so explosive with support last time, the fact that we're crowding it here, it makes me think that we would go down. But I know the rest of crypto is bullish, right? We had a very bullish day across the markets. We look here, there were a lot of, I just did 24 hours here. I'm clicking on this to see the top performers. There's a lot of green, right? The red's here on the 1 hour, right? So like to start the day, we're going red, but a lot of green in the last 24 hours for most cryptos. So especially in the like the top 500 coins, but but I don't think that Kaspa is going to get too much of that, right? I know a lot of people, and generally speaking, with most cryptos, this is the way that you should think of things, right? If the market is moving up as a whole, your coin will be moving up too. It's pretty plain and simple. What I'm about to propose is a little bit more complicated, and for Kaspa specifically, and coins like Kaspa. Not every coin. I don't mean a coin like Kaspa. I don't know if there are other coins like Kaspa. I just mean coins like Kaspa in the respect of not respecting the flow of like the market dynamics, right? So like this thing does what it wants. The market can go up, this thing can go down. The market can go down, this thing can go up. The market can be boring, and this thing is the most exciting coin in the space, right? We've seen that plenty this cycle for cash, right? Like literally while most of the market was boring, this thing was doing things, okay? A little bit on the shoes on the other foot now, but I want to keep things relevant, okay? I don't believe that just because most of crypto is bullish, I don't believe that just because Bitcoin looks like it wants to move up, that means Kaspa is absolved of moving lower. I do believe that it is going to go lower. I'm going to stick with my call here, okay, that I made, that we're going to go below 12 cents. I do accept that this look right here, this little low right here at this low, this double bottom look, could be enough to send you up. I just think that if that argument were to be true, I think we would have seen more movement already. I don't think we would be crowding this zone as much as we have for as long as we have already. I think this is indicative that we'll move down. I also think the fact that we have lower highs in our price action, but we have higher highs in our RSI, that's hidden bearish divergence, generally that marks continuation of the trend, right? The trend being a downtrend. Lower highs, lower lows, right? If we just formed a lower high, and this marks continuation of the trend, a lower high means continuation would mean a lower low. If we're breaking out of this, if we're going to get a lower low relative to this move here, that means we're getting a lower low relative to this move here. If we're breaking out of this zone, that means it's probably going to go a decent bit of the way down. When I say a decent bit of the way down, I don't mean anything crazy. Something crazy could happen, but certainly something below 12 cents I think would make sense. That would make sense to me. Okay. Let's see if we can figure out why I said 12 cents also, right? I don't save my charts. I just do it fresh every single time. If I can't come up with the same answers, then if I can't literally generate the same answers on a fresh chart every single time, then is it legitimate? You know what I mean? So that's kind of why I don't like to save charts. There are some charts that I save, but in case anybody's wondering why I do this like from scratch every day, it's just to validate myself, right? Like if I look at a video and I'm saying one thing, I'm doing analysis one way, and then I do another video the next week, and it's like I'm doing a totally different analysis, that's not good. That's not good for consistency. Where if I'm just looking, I'm doing a clean slate every single time, and I'm coming up with the same answers each time, right, just from a clean slate, that shows a little bit of consistency in the logic of the train of thought there. So we're going to try to do that now with coming up for the reason why I think we're going below 12 cents. I would assume I would have taken this relative low. I probably wouldn't have measured this move because it's like your fake out. Ooh, that's hard though. Would I have done this move because that's your fake out high, or would I have measured this because this is technically your all-time high? That's hard to say. Let's go from this move. I feel like that would be my initial kind of goal. You did find respect right there at the 382, found respect at the 618 area. A little bit of respect there too at the 2. Either way, I could see this being pretty clean cut. I guess I do like this one more, to be completely fair. But right here, 786, right? You've interacted with the 618 zone already. Found resistance in the 236 zone a little bit. Back at the 618, it would make sense that you find support at the 786, 886 area, which is just below 11 cents and just below 12 cents, at 11.6 cents and 10.85 cents specifically. Okay, so that's the zone there, and that makes sense, right? That kind of lines up with what I was expecting. If we take it from the actual high, that zone changes a little bit to 11.76 cents to 10.94 cents. So either way you cut it, whatever range you want to measure from, using this fib alone, based off of the dynamics that are at play here with this fib, and I do like this a little bit more. It does look cleaner. It would make more sense that you go to the 786, 886 zone, which is exactly again at 11.76 cents and 10.94 cents. I believe you're going to go there soon. I believe that while most of crypto is breaking out, Kaspa is probably going to move down. I think that this move below this low here is going to scare a lot of people and make a lot of people capitulate and sell, and that kind of event, that capitulation, is generally when you start to move up again. I do believe Kaspa moves up. I do believe it has more all-time highs, new all-time highs to come into it. However, I do believe this next move up is going to be the last instance. I think this will be the finale of Kaspa's bull cycle. You know, that might be a more in-depth description for another video, or just check any of my past like extensive Kaspa videos to explain that. But probably even like my second to last one, maybe not my most recent one, but my second to last one. I'm not going to go through sifting through and looking for it. Maybe I'll post a link in the description. I don't know. But all I'm trying to say, without rambling too much, is that I think we're going to go here, find support, and move up. It's probably going to happen soon, probably this month of October. If we don't find this low in October, very early November is what I would expect, and I would expect in November you start to see this starting to come alive, if not by the end of October, certainly. But I just think over the next couple weeks, if not at least the next week, I think you have a little bit of downside to go. I think it's going to happen rather immediately. And again, the rest of crypto is probably going to move up while Kaspa moves down. For the people that are like, that doesn't make sense. If the rest of crypto is moving up, then this crypto is going to move up. It's a crypto. That's how it works. Generally, yes, but not for everything. And Kaspa has proven itself time and time again to move whenever it wants, to top off whenever it wants, regardless of the market, to move up whenever it wants, regardless of the market, right? It does its own thing. So it would make sense that it could move down. People might expect it to move up just because the rest of the market's moving up, and it moves down. A lot of people have bought CAS up here, you guys. A lot of people. I don't know for sure, but I would think a solid portion of the people who have bought CAS, who are holding CAS, the majority of people, maybe not the majority, but a large portion of people who are holding Kaspa, bought in this range. People who are watching this video, if you're that person, I would bet the majority of people watching this video is that person. There are some people who bought way before, for sure. But all I'm trying to get to by addressing this is that when you break structure, when you appear to break structure, I don't think you'd break structure if you broke this low, but if you are forming new lows while everything else is breaking out or moving higher, and you bought in this zone and you're forming new relative lows, that can scare you. That can cause capitulation. That'll cause the rest of the market to laugh at Kaspa or be like I told you so, right? This is how crypto works, right? People combat. The Kaspa people say, your coin sucks, my coin's better. The XR people tell the Kaspa people, your coin sucks, my coin's better. And then whenever one of the coins pumps and the other one does bad, you guys make fun of each other. Well, and then the people that get made fun of, they don't actually believe in their coin. They take it to heart. They get all emotional. They're like, oh my God, maybe I did make the wrong decision. I'm going to sell my CAS now and buy XRP that just pumped. They're going to sell their CAS for the coin that just pumped, and then Kaspa pumps, and then this thing, because it just pumped, then it starts to fizzle. And CAS does its own thing on the side, aside from the rest of the market, like it always has done, and it throws you for a spin. All I'm trying to say is don't fall for this psychological game that might be at play. We don't know the future. Nobody does. But I think that there might be a bit of a head trip coming your way, Kaspa people. You're going to see this lower low and think that it's a problem. Really, you're going to have a higher low throughout this whole range. Really, you're consolidating to the upside. Really, it would make sense for you to find support here on your fib perspective alone and on your price perspective as well, and then you break out and move higher. So don't get psyched out. Don't be discouraged. It is discouraging anytime that you see the rest of the market moving up and your coin moves down. It is discouraging, but I wouldn't be discouraged. I very much do believe Kaspa's got more to go after this. Just as on the daily perspective here, you have higher highs in your RSI with lower highs in the price, and that's a bad thing. It's not a bad. I guess it is a bad thing. It's not like a terrible thing. It's not like, oh, this is really bad. It's just like a non-ideal thing. While you have that on the daily, what you do have on the weekly is lower lows with higher lows, and that's hidden bullish divergence. And hint, hint, the weekly is more dominant than the daily. So as bearish or bad as this might be, this is even better, right? So this is even better. So I think that you're fine. I just think you're going to move down. I do still believe you're going to move below 12 cents. That's all this video was doing, taking the time to say that. And then from there, we'll start moving up higher. But it does remain to be seen still if you find support here. I want to tell you guys right now that I am a little bit concerned that I could be wrong. And I'm not concerned that I'd be wrong that we would move to this area, right, somewhere around here, find support, and then move up, right? I'm not worried that I'd be wrong in the sense that we move up here. I'm worried in the sense that I'd be wrong that we don't find support here, that we just keep moving, that this was the all-time high, that instead of calling for new all-time highs, that I've been wrong this whole time and that you'd break down. I am a little bit concerned about that. This is very important that you don't break really too far below 11 cents. You don't want to. If you break this 886 right here at like, that says 10.9 cents. I'd say from here, the conservative one, basically 10. If you break below 10.9 cents, this could be really bad for Kaspa. It could be really, not bad, just, I guess, overdue, right? Your all-time high, it's overdue for a correction. I don't know. But again, that's not my expectation. I don't expect that to happen. Again, it's just all the more reason why I really do think you need to find support here. You need to, because if you don't, what it's going to look like then is that instead of finding support in this consolidation range at an area that you would expect to find support and then looking to break out to the upside, if you're not finding support where you would expect to find support and break out to the upside, you're going to not find support and you're going to break out to the downside. And if you're breaking out to the downside of this move here, where are you going to stop? I mean, 5 cents at a minimum. And you're at 13.4 cents now. Price is just below 12 cents, just below 11 cents. It's way better than 5 cents. So hold that area. I think you're going down, then you're moving up. I'm done repeating myself. Take it easy. Hit that like button. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.